Hey weirdos, it's me, it's Adam Thorne. It's me. If you were watching this, you already know that. If you're not, welcome. Look, life is stressful. Life is stressful. I don't have it as bad as some people in the world, I'm sure, but still, I am having a terrible time finding work that will keep me. I'm having just the worst headaches all the time. We're still dealing with the plague. We're dealing with crazy people across the world now just battling each other in their own homes. And then World War III. All of that shit is just getting to me. It's really just getting to me. But at the same time, all I can think of is in the week from now, with the last episode of the season of Legends of Tomorrow. And the show has not been renewed for the next year yet because CW is maybe selling itself. And this is stressing me out more than any of this. It's this little thing that is affecting me. It's a show that like no one else in the world watches, but just a few of us, and we're so crazy about it that it's driving us insane. And the rest of the world's problems are just getting in the way and are making me lose my mind.
Change is good. Stick with us.
Hey weirdos. I'm still here. I'm not on fire. Didn't burn the place down. I'm sure it's back on. Hopefully it didn't go blind. Before I get into the rest of this, I should end my thought. Again, Legends of Tomorrow is a show that has an extremely rabid fan group, but a very, very small one. So, after so many years of the show, it's a possibility it might not come back. But, then they need something. There's a comic book spin-off coming out that's with all the older characters that left the show. I'm hyped for that. I haven't been hyped for a comic book in years. The last episode should be, though, that White Canary and Ava... I'm going to say this for the fans of the show. The rest of the world who doesn't watch it, just hang on. And this won't make any sense to you, but I'll be quick. Canary and Ava, they go to the vanishing point where time doesn't exist, which was referenced before. It's DC lore. And they find giant statues of themselves and discover that they are the originators of the Time Council, of the original Time Council. They'll find Rip there, signing a decree that what he does will cause that timeline to happen, not even knowing that he's going to go on his original quest for revenge of his death of his wife and children because of Vandal Savage, and creating the Time Council the way that he does, and that it's all preset, so that they realize that all the mistakes and the goofs and the silly things they've done was all destiny, was all supposed to happen, and Canary and Ava have to stay there and start the council. And they see Rip, and Rip says, I guess you know how this ends. I have to go make this happen. And they say, do you know how you end? And he says, no, I don't. But don't worry about it. I know tomorrow is in good hands. And that's how that ends. That's the only way I wanted to end. I had dreams that I wanted, like, Mr. Terrific to show up in it. I wanted Wally back in it more. But whatever. Whatever happens, what happens, is going to happen this week. If you're a fan, look forward to it. Check it out. I'll be commenting about it. Let me know. If you're not a fan, then, move on. The rest of the world has had their Walking Deads, their Game of Thrones, their Euphoria. But I stopped watching all the other superhero shows a while ago, but Legends is the only one. It's like Canada. It is like Canada's because it's filmed in BC. It feels kind of Canadian because it's ridiculous and cheap. It feels like a Canadian Doctor Who. I'm addicted. I love it. It's the only show that can be that forcing of these liberal ideas and not seem forced. I feel terrible saying liberal ideas. I hate guys who say that. I'm an extremely liberal person. So, but, you know, when a show is like really spoon-fed, like someone forced them to bring these topics up and wasn't really part of the plan, and they make it work. They let you know sometimes that is the case, but they enjoy it. They love it. The cast is a family. Even when they add a new person in every season, the cast is a new family. I know that they have plans for next year. They've talked about it already. It's just a matter of the show actually getting picked up because of all the issues that are going with CW and because we're not a huge fan base. If you're going to be new to it and check it out from the beginning, it's rough to get through maybe the first 2 seasons of it because it tries to be actually quite a serious superhero show, and then it gives up on that and becomes its own irrelevant, wacky, psychedelic comedy comic book. Like when the Justice League turned into the Keith Giffen era, which is what brought me into comic books, with the Blue Beetle, Booster Gold, Martian Manhunter era of like 1989 to 1995, that kind of era. Anyway, moving on. What is today? Today is March 1st. It is the beginning of March. It's a Tuesday, so therefore it's Terrible Tuesday. Welcome for the rest of my weirdos who would normally come to my video. You know, the 40 of you that actually watch the video. I've been doing this for years, still have not become internet famous. It's only that handful of you guys. So for my Toronto friends, family, you are family to me. That's about as much as I have. Remember, as I always say, family are those who bleed for you, not those who you got your blood from. But we're going to have a return, post-pandemic return. We've done it 2 or 3 times. We've done a couple of little random shows at different days as well. But like old school, we're going to have a Terrible Toonie Tuesday at Eyesore next fucking Tuesday, so a week from today. When are you watching this? Maybe you're not watching around that time. Maybe you actually do see this video later on. And what I'm telling you is to get over yourself. And welcome. So, wacky cartoons and a crazy, cheesy, weirdo movie that doesn't fit in with the rest of the world will be played at Eyesore for just pocket change. Just put some change in the piggy bank. And if you hate it, you didn't lose much money. Plus lots of candy. I'll bring candy, as always. And that is to start the hype for March, because March is the 5th year. Didn't stop me at any point during the pandemic. When the pandemic started to hit Canada, I still did the normal in-show 2-day, terrible 2-day fest. Then in 2021, we did it online for 2 days, and we brought in a bonus online day, the Son of Terrible Fest, because you guys reached out to us and the internet happened. I don't get thousands of people on my shows. I don't get... For the 2-day fest and the Terrible Fest, I did get hundreds, so that was pretty cool for me. When you see the rest of these like stars on the internet, they get thousands and thousands. I guess I don't put that much effort into it. I should, because I barely work for a living. But I also don't get sponsors. I don't get grants. But we do every year, technically for 6 years, because the first year I didn't call it that. But for the last 5 years, we've had Terrible 2-Day Fest in March, and it's been awesome. I reach out to people who have mentioned about films they're working on and tell them, try to get it ready before the show. I will take your word for it. I love the idea. We'll take a chance on you without even seeing the finished product, and I will play it. Some of the films are films that have existed for a couple of years ago, but they're films that have not gotten major push and not been seen that much. And what I do is I play about 6 films over those 2 days. So on Friday the 25th, Friday the 26th, if I'm working my other job, they'll have to deal with it because I will be busy. We'll be playing in Eyesore a movie at the beginning at around 6 o'clock for anybody who's a VIP person, for local Patreons and VIP people who've come to all the other events. They'll get into that film. Then around like 7:30, I'll say some things. And then we'll eventually play one of the main movies. So there'll be 2 main movies every night. The Friday night is the Cheesy and Sleazy Night. They're 2 comedy sex films that are also horror and sci-fi films. But they're all about no-budget films made to be about cheeky butts and boobs and silly creatures made with no budget. The first one is Hot Chicks Blast Uranus. Not as porny as it sounds, but as funny as it sounds. A bunch of girls at a house for troubled women find out that aliens attack, and the aliens look almost exactly like a puppet that I made for Muppet Pastor, and which appears in Amityville Outhouse as well, gnarly. So that hit my heart, and it's Richard. He's our friend. He's been on the show a couple times. Richard made this film, and he wants you to watch it too. So do it. And then the guys at Girls and Corpses and Jeff Leroy worked together to make their sequel to Werewolf in a Woman's Prison, and it's called Dracula in a Woman's Prison. There's also been a Frankenstein in a Woman's Prison since then, but again, they haven't had major releases. You can only download it from their server, so not a lot of people have seen it. So I'm going to bring it. There's a lot of boobage in it, and a lot of sexuality, but it's so over the top and not sensual in any possible way that I don't think it'll be very awkward for us to hang out and watch this in a theater together. And we'll play that a little bit later in the night, so anybody who's hanging out at Eyesore who doesn't want to be part of that will have hopefully left and not have to hear that from behind the curtain in the secret screaming room, as we call it, aka the screening room. So that's Friday night. Then the Saturday, we will play... oh, hey, I'm choking. Hey, I got the last can in the store that imports from America of my cherry vanilla. I always got my cherry vanilla, so I'm doing okay. Last swig here, guys. I have to stop drinking it because the reason they probably don't have it here is the same reason why they don't make Frankenberry all the time. The red dye in there, it makes some people very diuretic and makes their fecal matter bright orange. And normally if it's some people have that effect. That doesn't usually scare me. As long as it's not something I can spread out to other people, I'll give it a chance. But I am one of those people. I am one of those partially affects people. So, so I got to stop drinking it. But I'm always willing to shill out another drink. If you got another wacky drink I should try, bring it on over. I will shill it out to the world because I don't make money off this because I'm an idiot because I shill off things for fun and for free. But, tell me what I should drink. Anyway, going on. Saturday the 26th, Terrible 2-Day Part 2 is the European Zombies. The first movie is at around 7:30. It will be Zombies of Sector 9 from Belgium. Their director, Rob, you've probably seen him post on our Facebook group. Great guy. The movie's amazing. A lot of inside wink winks to people who are genre fans. This slickly made little post-apocalyptic film about dealing in the post-apocalyptic world with some crazy Mad Max type biker terrorists and some zombies on the side. Then right in between the two films, I'll be playing a 30-minute documentary called Snapper that is for all the VHS heads in the world. It's interviewing the guys who made the movie Killer Refrigerator and about a film that they tried to make with a bit more of a budget that didn't finish about a killer giant snapping turtle, and how going from indie into large indie at that wave of the VHS era was of the late 80s was a trial to be had. Fans of the genre and collectors in that should really check it out. It's only 30 minutes. And then after that, we will be playing Swabian Granny Gore Terror, the grossest, rudest film of the festival. It's about a old lady, played by a woman in her 20s, who eats some poison berries and then dies and comes back to life as a zombie with rubber gloves on, who just wants to kill any guy around anywhere. And then madness assumes with them just killing everyone, and I don't figure out the plot for that because it gets too crazy. We will be playing online on our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/RiotTheMovies, Zombies of Sector 9, around like 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. So it'll start before the inside group sees it. So I don't know how many people will be on there because a lot of us will be in the screaming room. But you guys out there who just watch us, you can check it out too, and you can watch it as well. Hopefully Rob, who is in Belgium, he will be awake at that time, a little after midnight for him, so he can come on and maybe answer some questions, or at least give some comments. Maybe he won't tell you who he is, and he'll just riff along with it, so if you guys make fun of it, he'll get really upset because he'll hear you making fun of it, and then he'll tell you guys to fuck off. That'd be fun too. I'll be checking in, but I will be hosting the show and leading the riffs at the live show as well. But then I give everyone a bonus day. Because of this world of the pandemic that we've been doing everything online, I'm also doing a bonus day. Terrible 2 days, technically 3 days. Sunday the 27th is all online, all for free, all on twitch.tv/right at the movies. Join it now, join up so you can comment. You can watch it by just putting that into your browser. You can see the movie with us. But if you want to comment and chat in the little sidebar in there, you have to sign up and join. And we'd love to have you. But don't be an asshole. That'll be happening on that Sunday from 6 till about after 11. At 6 o'clock, we're playing the secret that played at the beginning of Friday for the VIPs, Showman's Unrest. It's a weird psychedelic mashup of video made about 20 years ago by a bunch of guys I know on Instagram, and they got the infamous B-movie maker, zero-budget B-movie maker, Dave the Rock Nelson, to appear into it, so it's iconic just for that, even if it makes your brain want to explode when you watch it. So that's a little over an hour, so we'll play that. And then I will replay the documentary Snapper because I want all you guys online in the States to see it. Horror Boobs made a nice, cool green VHS tape of it. I don't know if they have any more copies of that left, but it's pretty damn cool. And if Horror Boobs wants to make a tape of the film and you're a VHS fan, you probably want to see it if you haven't. Outside of that, then it will be a collection of short shorts. We got a bunch of 15-minute ones. Gore Filth is back. The upcoming makers of the upcoming film called Zombies have a short. They've just thrown into the mix. Gut Rot will be there. Jordan from Dinosaurs in the Mining Facility will be there. Music Man, who's the guy from Germany who does those really micro shorts for us, who's done it every year, they'll be there. Might throw in a classic Marmalades for memory of year 3 when we played their whole season in between each movie over the weekend, just for memory's sake. Be some other wacky... Oh, there's a company called Goriest Productions. They have a feature that just came out now, like this last couple of weeks, called Cat Call. They originally made it as a short. They sent that to me over Christmas, so I'm going to play that short. It's pretty extreme, just warning you. And an artsy short that they did about gluttony. Check that out. Those are about 6 or 7 minutes. So that's all going to add together with me coming in between, talking, doing silly things, maybe doing some games with the chat people, maybe some giveaways or prizes. Never know. See what I got. I have a few plans. But again, I don't do sponsors. I don't do grants. So it's all me. And I want you guys to have fun. So, I've tried to do grants. I've tried to get sponsors. But we're too fucking weird. We're too fucking underground. We're too fucking hardcore for the world, man. So we go it alone. But we also go together. Speaking of that, I got to give props out to Lucky Soretti, the winner of last year's Terrible 2-Day Fest with his movie Freak, which is a just under an hour slasher with an amazing weird killer. It's straight to the point. It is what you expect, so it is what you get, and so you get what you want. But it doesn't waste any time, and as odd and as weird as the killer is, it will affect you, and you will remember it. It's not 100% serious, but it is actually pretty damn creepy. And it is getting an official world release. You could always buy it from Lucky, from Dead Vision Productions, anytime, including their special edition when they had it. They're moving on to bigger things. They have a tiny micro cameo in their next film, so check out our Facebook page and our Instagram for more of that information, because that'll be coming out very, very soon. But what is coming out on the 1st of May is going to be Freak on DVD for a worldwide release by Wild Eye Releasing. They have an amazing, amazing cover for it. I've been posting it on all our social medias. Go check it out. Join us on anything. Twitter, fucking Facebook, fucking Instagram, fucking Tumblr. I even have a TikTok. And I was like, I'm so creeped out by these children on here. It's weird. I don't like it. And so we left some videos up, so who knows. But I'm an old fart who's, again, too weird, too hardcore, too underground. So the mainstream just doesn't get me. Facebook even doesn't let me send links to my ridethemovie.com because they think I'm the Joker theater killer or something. I don't know. Anyway, Lucky's movie Freak is coming out for a world release And normally, Wild Eye Releasing's covers are a little bit over-exaggerating. The covers are always amazing. And sometimes they give you a little too high an expectation for some of the zero-budget films. But as amazing as Freak's cover is, it actually does give you an idea of what you're getting into. You do get into that awesomeness. So when Freak comes out, pre-order it now, for fuck's sake. Just get in contact with Wild Eye Releasing and say, give me that Freak. And we are proud to have them as part of the family as our winner of year 4. Who will be the winner of year 5? We'll have to find out at the end of the month. I will be publishing that in the magazine All We Need Is Sleaze, which I write for. I do a little article for every 2 months. It's a zine out of the States. They've got their own web channel, and they make they're really high quality zines. They're like, glossy page magazine looking motherfucker that they just get printed themselves, and one guy sells from his basement. All We Need Is Sleaze. And in that, I will be announcing who is the winner of this year. So that next issue comes out like on April 1st. So that's when the world will know. And then after that, I'll tell everybody online as well. So, gonna have to wait till after the show. But if you were there and you watch it, you can shout at me and tell me and give me your opinion so that I will listen to it. I won't say I will 100% agree with you, but we'll see what happens. I will listen to everyone's response. So give me some goddamn responses. Speaking of that as well, we were playing Noah's Shark in 2-Day Fest, and I might put it on. I ended up purchasing a copy myself for it. I might put it on before the Saturday run happens, but it's already everywhere on every streaming site. So to help them, better than us just watching it, and them not getting any more money than the DVD I bought, we're going to do a tweet along to Tubi. So not the coming up, not the 8th, but the next Tuesday after that, the Tuesday just before Terrible 2-Day Fest, pretty much. We're going to do a Tuesday tweet along Tubi. So we'll have a chat window open up in our Facebook group. I'll be tweeting as well on Twitter as we all watch on Tubi at the same time at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on that Tuesday. So 2 Tuesdays away. And we'll all watch Noah's Shark, and I will spoil it as we react to it online. That way, everyone else can watch the movie from wherever they are. Or if you get Tubi, fucking Amazon's got it. A lot of the other Midnight Pulp has it. So I think they do anyway. So you can watch it on there, and you can watch along with me as you get my reactions from it. That way, if they get more hits, and they'll get some money out of it. Maybe change, who knows. But if you tell your friends, they'll make more. Just like if you tell your friends to come and watch my stream on the 27th, or to come to Eyesore Cinema on the 25th and 26th, I won't necessarily make much more money, but maybe $1 or $2, because I don't charge very much for anything that I do. But we'll get more people there and find more future friends and future family. The great thing about last year is a lot of the really, really underground guys are working together now. When I did Son of Terrible Fest, Gore Filth has his short has Addison from Psycho Ape appearing in his one coming up. So they've scissored, they've crossed over somehow. It was awkward. Gut Rot's doing things with Janice Click and doing things with Dead Prairie Productions out of Calgary. And I've been since then doing things with Dead Vision Productions with Janice Click as well. Madness. And the constant support always from the Dungeon Entertainment guys. Those guys are amazing. They have a new one coming out and it is looking wild. So I'll keep you up to date. I'll post Terrible 2-Day Fest. I'm just going to constantly be posting everywhere people's upcoming stuff. So expect some trailers played throughout the festival as well. All right, guys. I've been talking way too much. I don't know how the hell you stuck with me, especially after my weird Legends of Tomorrow rant at the beginning that had nothing to do with any of this. I love you with all my fart. Stay awesome, stay weird, because the world is fucked out there. And what's the point of being normal right now? Let's have some fun this month in case it's the last fucking time, the last fucking chance we get. Buy a goodie bag or a t-shirt or a toy from us if you want, or a copy of Amityville Outhouse, which I will have for Terrible Toonie on the 8th. I'll have them available on the 8th. you want to order them now, they are $12 plus shipping. And if you're local, I can shave some off that. If you're a Patreon, you're going to get $2 off of that. If you're in the fucking film, I'll give you it for the cost for the DVD case. just because I'm broke. But other than that, it's a funny hour-long rude fart joke, Amityville Outhouse. And it inspired me not to stop. So I'm going to make a new film. I'm going to make a superhero horror film kind of thing. That's what everybody does these days, all the indie guys. But I mean, there's another word for me other than indie. Garage, garbage, fart films. So, hopefully I'll surprise you. I'll be announcing that right after Terrible 2-Day Fest. March 25th, that's Friday. March 26th, that's a Saturday, at Eyesore Cinema. Online on the Saturday night to watch Zombies of Sector 9, and online of all Sunday the 27th from 6 till probably midnight with tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of shorts. Oh yeah, even Newt Whalen, the guy who did a bunch of stuff for Cinemassacre back in the day, he's got a bunch of wacky fake trailers he made for us. They're going to be really fucking funny. Man, there's going to be tons of surprises in there. So just show your ass up online. Join the Twitch page now. Join our Facebook page now. Join our TikTok if you're one of those people. Or the Twitter so that in 2 Tuesdays we can talk about Noah's Shark. Or the Tumblr fucking on our .com. A lot of the times I'm on Instagram though, so message me anytime on Instagram. I stay up way too late because I am crazy and having mental breakdowns. So feel free to message me in all hours of the morning on Instagram because I'm weird and I love you. Bye-bye.
Change is good. Snick with us.